ladies and gentlemen. Every morning you wake up is not an accident. It is not routine. It is not random. It is a divine appointment. The very fact that your eyes open is evidence that heaven is not finished with you yet. Too many people begin their day burdened by yesterday, by regrets, by failures, by uncertainty. But when you start your day rooted in the truth of Jeremiah 29, you begin from a position of victory, not defeat. You begin with a reminder that your life is not drifting. It is directed. Every day you wake up is more than a routine event. It is a divine appointment carefully designed with intention and purpose. The alarm clock may sound ordinary, the sunlight may feel familiar, and your surroundings may not have changed, but something far greater is taking place beneath the surface. Your waking moment is evidence that your life still carries meaning, that your existence is still required, and that heaven has not closed the chapter on your story. You are not alive by chance. You are alive because there is still something within you that the world needs, something only you can fulfill. Too often people rise from their beds with a sense of heaviness, as if they are merely repeating another cycle of yesterday's struggles. They measure their lives by their problems instead of their purpose. But when you begin to understand that each day is assigned to you, that it comes with divine intention, your perspective begins to shift. You no longer see the day as something to endure, but as something to embrace. You start to realize that there is a reason you are here at this moment in time, in this season of your life, with the gifts, experiences, and even the challenges you carry. Waking up is not just physical. It is spiritual. It is a call to step into alignment with a greater plan. The breath in your lungs is a reminder that your assignment is still active. Your journey is still unfolding. Even if yesterday was filled with mistakes, disappointments, or uncertainty, today arrives with fresh opportunity. It is not a continuation of failure. It is a new invitation to move forward with clarity and intention. When you recognize that your day is divinely appointed, you stop living passively. You become intentional about how you think, how you speak, and how you act. You begin to ask yourself deeper questions. What am I meant to accomplish today? Who am I meant to impact? How can I move closer to the purpose placed within me? These questions shift your focus from survival to significance. There is also a quiet confidence that comes with this understanding. You no longer feel lost in the randomness of life because you know there is a guiding hand directing your path. Even delays, obstacles, and unexpected turns take on new meaning. They are no longer interruptions. They are part of the design. They are shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. So when you open your eyes each morning, do not take that moment lightly. See it for what it truly is, a divine signal that your life still matters, your purpose is still alive, and your story is still being written. Step into your day with awareness, with faith, and with a sense of responsibility, knowing that this day has been given to you on purpose, for a purpose. You were never created to simply exist, to drift through life without direction, or to be defined by routines and circumstances. There is something far more intentional about your presence here. Your life is guided by a divine plan, one that existed long before you became aware of it. This means you are not an accident of time or chance. You are a deliberate expression of purpose. Every ability you carry, every passion within you, and even the experiences you have gone through are all connected to an assignment that only you can fulfill. Many people fall into the trap of living reactively. They wake up, go through the motions, respond to pressures, and measure their lives by survival rather than significance. They allow circumstances to dictate their direction, instead of recognizing that they were designed to bring direction into their circumstances. But when you understand that you were created for purpose, everything begins to change. You stop asking, how do I get through today? And you start asking, what am I here to accomplish today? That shift alone has the power to transform the way you live. Purpose is what gives meaning to your existence. Without it, life feels repetitive and empty, no matter how busy you are. You can have activity without progress, movement without direction, and effort without fulfillment. But when you begin to connect with your purpose, even the smallest actions become meaningful. You realize that your life is not about doing everything. It is about doing the right things that align with your assignment. It is important to understand that purpose is not always comfortable. It will challenge you to grow beyond your current limitations. It will push you to develop discipline, to sharpen your focus, and to let go of distractions that pull you away from your calling. There will be moments when it feels easier to settle for routine, to choose comfort over growth, and to avoid the responsibility that purpose brings. But deep within, there is always a reminder that you were made for more. Your circumstances do not define your purpose. They refine it. The struggles you face are not there to stop you. They are there to shape you. They build resilience, strengthen your character, and prepare you for greater responsibility. What you go through is often connected to what you are meant to become. When you embrace the truth that you are designed for purpose, you begin to live with intention. You no longer settle for just getting by. You become focused on fulfilling the assignment placed on your life. You start to see yourself not as someone trying to survive, but as someone called to make an impact. So do not reduce your life to mere existence. Refuse to be confined by routine or limited by circumstances. Recognize that there is a divine plan guiding your path, and you have a role within it that cannot be replaced. Live each day with the awareness that you are here on purpose, for a purpose, and that your life is meant to leave a mark that goes beyond your time. Milesman is the key that unlocks direction in your life. Without alignment, even the most gifted individual can feel lost, uncertain, and disconnected from their true purpose. It is not enough to have potential. It must be properly positioned. When your life comes into alignment with God, things begin to make sense in a way they never did before. Decisions become clearer, priorities become sharper, and your path begins to unfold with greater certainty. Alignment is not about perfection. It is about positioning yourself in the right relationship with the one who designed your purpose. Many people struggle with direction because they are out of alignment. They are busy but not productive. They are active but not effective. They are making moves but not making progress. This is what happens when life is driven by external pressures rather than internal clarity. But when you align with God, your life is no longer dictated by confusion or comparison. Instead, it is guided by a deeper sense of awareness and conviction. You begin to move with intention, not impulse. Almingen requires focus. You cannot be pulled in every direction and still expect to walk a purposeful path. Focus demands that you eliminate distractions and give your attention to what truly matters. It requires you to say no to things that may be good, but not right for your assignment. This kind of discipline is not always easy, but it is necessary if you want to live a life of meaning. When your focus is clear, your direction becomes easier to follow. Discipline is another essential part of alignment. Purpose is not sustained by inspiration alone. It is sustained by consistent action. Aligning with God means developing habits that keep you connected to Him daily. It means making time for reflection, for prayer, for stillness, even when life feels busy. Discipline keeps you grounded. It ensures that your connection is not occasional but continual. And it is in that consistency that clarity begins to grow. Spiritual awareness ties it all together. It allows you to recognize God's guidance in both obvious and subtle ways. Sometimes direction comes as a clear conviction, and other times it comes as a quiet prompting that requires sensitivity to discern. When you are spiritually aware, you are less likely to be led by fear, pressure, or emotion. Instead, you are guided by a deeper understanding that goes beyond what you can see. Starting your day with God sets the tone for everything that follows. It shapes how you think, how you respond, and how you make decisions. Instead of reacting to circumstances, you begin to approach them with wisdom and confidence. Your mindset shifts from uncertainty to assurance, from anxiety to peace. When alignment becomes a daily priority, direction is no longer something you chase. It becomes something you walk in. You begin to live with clarity, confidence, and purpose, knowing that your steps are being guided in a way that leads you exactly where you are meant to be. Hope is often misunderstood as something gentle and passive, as if it is simply a feeling you hold on to while waiting for life to improve. But true hope is far more powerful than that. It is active, demanding, and deeply connected to how you live each day. Hope requires movement. It calls for intentional living, courage, and a willingness to take consistent steps toward your purpose, even when the path ahead is unclear. It is not about sitting back and wishing for change. It is about stepping forward with confidence that change is possible. Many people say they have hope, but their actions tell a different story. They remain stuck in the same patterns, make the same choices, and avoid the risks necessary for growth. This kind of hope is ineffective because it lacks action. Real hope pushes you out of your comfort zone. It challenges you to rise above fear, to confront uncertainty, and to move forward even when you do not have all the answers. It is the inner conviction that what lies ahead is worth the effort required today. Living with hope means being intentional about your life. You cannot drift and expect to arrive at purpose. Every day presents opportunities to take steps, small or significant, that align you with where you are meant to go. These steps may not always feel dramatic or impressive, but they are essential. Progress is often built quietly, through consistent actions that accumulate over time. Hope fuels that consistency. It gives you the strength to keep going when results are not immediate. Courage is an essential companion to hope. There will be moments when doubt tries to take control, when fear whispers that you are not capable, or when circumstances seem too overwhelming to overcome. In those moments, hope is what enables you to stand firm. It reminds you that your current situation is not your final destination. It encourages you to act in spite of fear, not in the absence of it. Courage does not eliminate uncertainty. It empowers you to move through it. Challenges are inevitable, but they do not have to define you. In fact, they often serve as the testing ground where your hope is strengthened. When you choose to keep moving forward despite setbacks, you are reinforcing your belief in a greater outcome. You are declaring through your actions that your purpose is stronger than your obstacles. This mindset transforms difficulties into opportunities for growth rather than reasons to quit. Hope also requires responsibility. You must take ownership of your choices, your mindset, and your direction. No one else can live your purpose for you. No one else can take the steps that are uniquely yours to take. When you embrace this responsibility, you stop waiting for perfect conditions and start making progress with what you have. So do not treat hope as something fragile or distant. Treat it as a force that drives you forward. Let it shape your decisions, strengthen your resolve, and guide your actions. Because when hope is paired with action, it becomes unstoppable, leading you steadily toward the purpose you were created to fulfill. As you move forward from this moment, remember that your life is not sluchinist. It is intentional, guided, and filled with purpose. Each day you wake up is a fresh opportunity to align, to act, and to step closer to the life you were designed to live. You are not here to drift through routines or be defined by challenges. You are here to fulfill an assignment that carries meaning beyond what you can see right now. So make a decision today. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are. Begin each morning with awareness. Walk through your day with alignment and take bold, consistent steps fueled by hope. Refuse to settle for less than your purpose. Stand up, take responsibility for your life, and commit to living intentionally. Because when you do, you won't just exist. You will make an impact that truly matters.